Have you ever told someone your goal and suddenly lost motivation? Talking about yourself feels good, but here's the startling truth about why it might be a mistake. I used to think that sharing my goals with another person, especially a friend, would help me achieve them. Instead, I was stuck. Now, I start sharing my goals and it changed my life. So in today's video, I want to share why we should start talking about our goals. For me, sharing a lot of things hasn't really helped me, and it makes me feel more stressed about reaching my goals. I remember there was one time I was really ready to kick off a new project, and during a chat with a friend, I unintentionally let my plans slip out. And this friend was so interested in the project, and after that, she would check in every couple of days to ask how things were going and kept sharing her ideas. This situation made me feel pretty bad because her input started to mess up with my original plan. Whenever she asked about how the project was progressing, I felt I was doing the work for her, not for myself. I think I used to overshare just to get people to notice and to praise me. So we often tell people more than they need to know just to feel more important. Like when people talk about others, brag about what they do, and share every little thing about their life online. They just want people to pay attention to them. It feels nice when people notice us, then we might keep telling them too much just to get more attention. We then end up focusing too much on getting noticed and forget to do important things. On the other hand, if we share something that nobody cares, we might start self-doubting. Maybe my idea is not good, or maybe I should start trying. However, we have to know that many ideas that seem very successful to us now were often recognized as outliers at the beginning. So oversharing to get an evaluation of the people around us is not necessarily a good idea. Everyone is at a different stage of cognition, and their judgment on one thing is often different. Even Elon Musk and Bill Gates will have different insights on the exact same project. Copying what they do might not work for you, even though they are very successful. It's important to choose what you believe is the best thing to do right now, and your choice should depend on what you understand and think. Asking too many people for advice may just make you more stressed for no good reason. For a very long time, even back to 1920s, psychologists has been very interested in a particular thing they found in humans, and that is humans have big dreams. And they're usually good at figuring out what are the first things to do to start making those dreams come true. But the hard part is actually taking the first step, and the steps that come after are even harder. In 2009, some researchers from the New York University became curious about whether telling people about our goals makes it easier or harder to actually start working on them. They set up several experiments. They asked people to choose a goal and gave them 45 minutes to work on the first step towards the goal. The researchers split their volunteers into two groups. One group had to stand up and tell everyone in the room about their goals. The other group didn't say anything about their goals. You might think that telling about your goal will help you get started, but there's a surprise. The people who kept their goals to themselves worked hard for the 45 minutes and were quite honest about how much work they still had left to do. But the people who tell everyone about their goals usually stop after 33 minutes and often thought they were nearly done even when they were. This happens when we tell people about our goals, and if they like the idea, it makes us feel really good inside. It's as if we've done something just by talking about it. When you're getting praised by people for your plans, it makes you feel like you've made progress, even if you haven't done anything yet. And this research inspired me that we should avoid early celebration that comes from others knowing our plans, because it's a bit like your brain's getting confused and thinking that saying something is the same as doing it. I used to think that having someone be companion and to discuss would help me stick to my plans. Now I think I was wrong. It's nearly impossible to have another person that can help you with hard decisions. The best decisions have to be made by ourselves. So just get used to pushing your limits and reaching for success even when nobody else is there to see it. All your hard work will then be focused solely on you, and this will help you look at yourself in a better light, and your ability to do things on your own will grow. If you keep your goals and plans to yourself, you might find that you can actually do better. When you tell everyone what you're aiming for, you can start to feel disconnection. It's as if your goals aren't just yours anymore. They are out in the open for others to see and to discuss, and people may doubt your ability to achieve them, which can be a negative emotion to deal with. But when you keep your aspirations to yourself, you create a private, peaceful space for just you and your ambitions. In this space, you can work diligently without distraction and interference from others. You are free to take your time, adjust your approach, and improve at your own pace. You don't have to care other people's opinions. You won't depend on external approvals or virtual likes to feel proud of your progress. By not broadcasting everything, you learn to rely on yourself. You stick to your commitments not for social validation, but because they matter to you. And this is the key to sticking with your plans. So how can we stop oversharing? So the truth is, if you have to tell someone you are that, then you are not that. A rich man doesn't feel a need to show people he's rich. A confident person doesn't have to show people he's confident. He just is. So don't say it, be it. Here are my 3 steps that you can consider apply to avoid oversharing the next time. Think about when you want to share. If you want to start sharing too much, you need to know why you do it. Start by spotting what makes you share more than you should. Do you want to feel closer to others? Are you uncomfortable with quiet? Or do you want people to like you? What will you do when you are with friends or families? Are there any topics or feelings making you spill the beans too much? Or maybe writing down what you talk about so that they can help you see what's going on. After you figure out what makes you overshare, you can make a plan to help you share just the right amount. You get better at it as you grow and things in your life change. The second is setting personal boundaries. Establishing personal boundaries is quite important in the whole life. You should decide which part of your life you think are private and want to keep to yourself. This can be different to each person and situation, but knowing what you want will help when you talk to others. Get better at setting boundaries by telling people what you are okay with in a nice but strong way. For example, if someone asks about something you think are too private, you can change the subject and say you don't want to talk about it. And make sure you follow the rules in every part of your life. Learning to set boundaries is something you can get better at with time. So don't rush yourself while you are getting used to it. That way, you also help the other person respect your personal space. And there is another way you can do to avoid oversharing is to write a private journal. I've been doing this since 2014. I think writing things down is a good way to deal with wanting to share too much. When you write down what's on your mind, you can say anything you want without anyone else knowing. This can be really helpful if you overshare because you want people to tell you you are doing okay. Writing can help you understand your thoughts and emotions. So I just try to write every day. And this can lead you to understand yourself better. It might make you less likely to overshare when you are with others. So keep your mouth shut if you want to get dreams done with no judgment. Before we end this video, I want you to remember, a private life is a happy life. If this message resonates with you, show your support with a like. And considering subscribing for more content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.